Greetings, friends and fellow nerds. Well, a few weeks ago I got the news that Babylon 5 was coming back, and I was overjoyed. I'm so looking forward to seeing this new iteration. I've heard it called a reboot, and in this video I want to cover why maybe calling it a reboot is not such a good idea. Maybe a retelling would be a much better way to go. Why do I say this? Well, stick around for the video and you'll find out. Now, just to give you fair warning, there will be spoilers from the original series, so continue at your own peril. Okay, why am I saying retelling, not reboot? A reboot is its own thing, completely separate from what went before. A retelling allows you to take the very same story, set it within the same universe, not as a multiverse, but as a retelling of events. And I got this idea from watching the episode Deconstruction of Falling Stars, where we see two monks discussing events from the series from a disconnected 1,000 years, during which Earth has practically been destroyed by a nuclear war. In Brother Alwyn's study, we see multiple books on the shelf, and my argument will be that those books contain all the retellings of the Babylon 5 universe, many of which completely diverge from each other, just in the same way as we have the Gospels and the books of the Bible, which were agreed on in the 4th century. Around the same time, there were many Gnostic Gospels, which covered the same events, but had wildly different input. Many from those who were hostile to the church and wanted to put their own spin on things, and wow, what a spin they put. That's for another day that we can cover that. This theory of mine that those books on Brother Alwyn's shelf are different retellings of the events. This comes from another event in this very episode, where we have one side of the Civil War, which led to the nuclear war destroying Earth, wanting to rewrite history. Now, that is, this universe is telling that they rewrote it, but in another telling, in another book, they were the good guys trying to put history to rights, and they weren't retelling for current government policy. They were trying to retell to bring the truth to light, but history is written by the victors. Now, to be clear, my view is the original Babylon 5 will be the canon for me. They will be my Gospels. I will watch the new retelling with joy, with hope, and if I don't like it, I will put it down to a Gnostic book on the shelf of Brother Alwyn's study. And just because it's a Gnostic book doesn't mean that it can't be enjoyed on its own merits, not as a book of the Bible, but as a work of literature, something I can look at and enjoy or criticize, but still sit within the same universe and add flavor to what has gone before. We can take this as efforts of the Clarkites, or efforts of some other faction trying to rewrite history to their own advantage. And I hope that this will allow old fans and new to get along. That old fans who want to stick to the original canon, the original gospel of JMS only, that it will allow them to accept that new fans may not like the old and take the new retelling as the gospel. Take that as their book. And why not allow people to enjoy what they enjoy? If you like the new, fantastic, I'm delighted for you. Same way as in Star Trek, I'm a fan of the older Trek. Not so much the new. Well, Lower Decks I do really enjoy and actually really love that show. But some of the other Trek, Picard, yeah, it's good, it's enjoyable, but not... It's okay. Discovery has so much potential, but I feel is awful. But I'm very happy for those who enjoy it, and I won't take away from them. The new Prodigy, never seen it, don't know anything about it. So when the new retelling comes on screen, the pilot for the new series, I hope all you old fans can give it your support. Support in that you want to see more Babylon 5. And let's see where this new book on Brother Alwyn's shelf goes. Because I myself love hearing mythologies from other cultures, from our own history, hearing retellings and hearing many of the same stories retold and given local flavors. So let this be a retelling of Babylon 5, not a reboot, or at least look at it in that way, and hopefully that will allow old and new to get along and accept that old fans may not like the new fans may not like the old, and that's okay. And it would be great if you could enjoy both. But if not, respect each other. And I think, you know what, on my ramblings, I'll leave it there. But what I will do is I'll put in the two of the scenes from that episode, Deconstruction of Falling Stars, to give you an idea where I was coming from. And if you agree, let me know. Pop your suggestions in the comments. So first I'll show you two quick scenes, or two scenes anyway, from the meeting of Brother Alwyn and Brother Michael. And then I will show you the scene where the Clarkites try to rewrite history, and them discussing a bit about it.
The ways of Rome are like unto God. They are mysterious, and sometimes they transcend understanding. They confess to an inability to see the wisdom of our mission, to keep alive the knowledge of the past, the knowledge that would have been lost forever after the Great Burn 500 years ago. Science and technology, well, it's not really their calling, but it is ours.
Well, how? I mean, how do we know it's our calling? How exactly can we be sure?
Brother Michael!
I'm not actually saying anything that Rome hasn't already asked, and you know it. Most of the records were destroyed in the Great Burn, so we only have word of mouth to go on.
In the holy books written after the Great Burn.
Now I do need to make a quick note, and this is with my Catholic hat on. The Catholic Church would never add another holy book to the Bible, nor would any Christian church do such. But there again, this actually fits in with the idea of a retelling. In a universe, or in a book on that shelf, that allows such a thing to happen, this is possible.
It's all too well thought out to be real. Look here. Here, the Blessed Lorien. The last of the firstborn.
Exactly. The last shall come first, the first shall come last.
A fable, specifically created to match scripture. That's what the others say. And there is not one shred of evidence that he even existed.
There is proof out there in space.
Yes, but space is closed to us now. Just look at us, Brother Elwyn. And look at what Earth has become. And our cities are little more than villages. All those great secrets of our ancestors are almost gone.
Almost. That's why we're here. To find the ancient wisdoms and preserve them. Why, we've already found and restored so many books.
Yes, but we are not 1 inch closer to those flying machines that the books talk about, or to the stars. And if the truth really does lie in the stars, then how will we ever know the truth?
Gotta admit, he's got a point. How can we tell which is the truth? How can we tell which is the real Babylon 5? For me, it doesn't matter. I want to hear all those stories. And when I've watched the retelling, I'll decide which of the retellings or which of the tales I will take as the gospel. Though, being a traditionalist, I'll probably stick with the original. But, as I've mentioned, here's the scene from earlier in the same episode as to why we get so many retellings.
The purpose of this simulation is to provide reverse-correct infospeak as support for current changes in Earth policy. It is the new policy that the Interstellar Alliance is restrictive and against the best interests of Earth. Intent is to deconstruct historical figures revered by Prolsector, thereby legitimizing current government policies. Initiating Phase 2 of recreation.
So there for now is my idea that we can sit both the reboot and the original series in the same universe and allow them each to be their own thing and hopefully add to the flavor of each other and yet allow you to like and dislike either or. I want to thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I will probably, as I gain more competence in making these videos, redo this when I have a bit more skill with editing, presentation, script writing, pretty much every aspect of creating a video there possibly is. But I'm doing my best, and if you're around to the 13th minute where we are around now, thank you so much. And if you have liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. It may not be showing on YouTube at the moment, but I will see it and I will take it on board. If you would be so good as to put reasons why you like or dislike it in the comments, I really would appreciate it. Especially if you dislike it. If you just dislike the thesis, that's fine. If it's some aspect of the production, criticism will benefit me in making a better product. So please feel free. I am not a wilting lily, so I am capable of taking criticism. Thank you all. Thank you all for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider subscribing. And as I end most of my videos, may you all get to heaven a half hour before the devil knows you're dead. Thank you, nerds, and I hope to see you all again soon.